Hey everyone, Binusara, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yes, audible.
Are you there, Binusara?
Yeah, we're able to hear.
Okay, thanks. And you can see my screen as well, right?
Yeah, we are seeing it.
All right, thank you. Yes, we'll wait for a couple of more minutes to let the people join. All right, yeah, so we can go ahead and get started. Those who are joining will join, and yeah, of course, we have recording as well. All right, yeah. So welcome everyone to the PanaDAO 13th AMA. Yeah, hope all you are doing well, and I know that it's been quite a long that we had AMA. I think if I remember correctly, we had in the month of the October, and then yeah. So we just thought to give an interim update on the work that team is doing, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, let's get started. All right, yeah. So first, I'll just like to just revisit the couple of parameters and the couple of metrics uh, to the team, to the community. I know that we already have talked much about this in past, but I think LRP is something very unique and a new feature from the PanaDAO. So I think it would be good to go through a couple of times to learn things, and it's something not a usual we had in the past with the other protocols. So yeah, if you go to the PanaDAO web application, basically there is a dashboard page, and wherein we have a separate section for loss ratio peg related metrics. So there are basically four types of different metrics over there, and the first is the PANA and liquidity pool, which is like the easiest one to understand. So it's just the number of PANA token in the sushi swap liquidity pool. Basically, we have our LP pool created in the sushi swap, that is USDC PANA LP pool. So the number of fan out there in that pool is what we are depicting over here. The second parameter is the current supply ratio and the target ratio. So it is nothing but the PANA in liquidity pool divided by the total PANA supply. So uh, that gives us the number, and that is our current supply ratio. And target is nothing but what we want to achieve. So the target is, as of now, as we discussed in the past, it's a 22.5%. So yeah. Then the third parameter is days to reach that target is the approximate number of days required to reach that target. Now, when I say to reach that target, so basically, let's say the PANA in the liquidity pool is more than what we are targeting. So we need to take the PANA out of the liquidity pool to maintain that loss ratio. Now, to do so, the our LRP smart contract will have to do some burn the SLP tokens and swap the PAN out of it so that it reach to the target, right? So to do this operation, basically it's like every hour we are doing this operation. So it's kind of like a 24 operation in a day. And based upon that, how many days would require to reach that loss ratio target? So that's where the days to reach the target is. And the fourth parameter is the treasury balance. So it has two values. So basically, as I said, we either need to burn the SLP and swap out the PANA, and if the current supply ratio is less than the target, then we need to add more PANA. So eventually, Treasury will have to take PANA and add PANA. So that is why we are explicitly showing the Treasury balance of the LP token and the PANA token over here, so that somebody can check that for example, let's say Treasury has 800,000 PANA currently. So basically, it tells that if if to reach the current supply ratio, if it requires even the 800,000 PANA, Treasury is able to push those amount of PANA into the liquidity pool to maintain the loss ratio, right? So yeah, these are the four parameters. Definitely, if there is any question around LRP, feel free to ask questions. I know that this is quite a new feature from the PanaDAO. Yeah, recently we also have a new bond market created by the team. So I think it's currently going around 6 to 7% discount. So I think it's a good way to accumulate the Karsha token through the PanaDAO bonding, and yeah, which will give you the rebase rewards, and definitely Karsha is going to be our governance token down the lane, so that you can participate in the voting or a governance process later point of time. So yeah, that's pretty much about the recap so far. Uh, yeah, let's go into the stuff that we are talking about since long, the NFT. So I don't know if you guys have gone through the forums or some videos or internet content over the NFT even in past couple of years, but since the NFT has been launched, it's like a buzzword in the blockchain. Like people are crazy about the NFTs, and you would see a lot of organizations diving into this particular instrument and building towards it. So yeah, there was an excitement, and there is as well. But if you look at, if you go through the uh, forums and videos, there are concerns, questions being raised over the NFT as well in the past 2 years. So one of them is like, uh, uh, definitely, what is the real use case for the digital assets? And that's a right. question, because till now, if you see the human, they are basically tied toward the physical or tangible assets. For example, land or or be it a gold as well. But so the question is, what is the use of digital assets? Because couple of examples wherein the NFT is being considered as an asset, which gives you the uh, accumulation or a value uh, down the lane. So these are the questions being raised. If you look at the most of the NFTs, it has some picture or a digital art associated with it. So again, there is a question: what is the value behind that digital art, right? Because if you look at the physical world, if you look at any art, it's an actual art being developed by somebody else. Now, what is that? What is the value behind the digital art, right? It's just a digital picture for most of people. So these are the questions. Again, real life investments versus digital investment. There is a long debate going on since long. Uh, uh, like the people who are in the real life investments, like uh, land or gold or any commodity, are actually debating with the people who are actually doing the digital investments. So yeah, these are a couple of concerns, questions over there in the NFT world. What as a PanaDAO team we were looking at is that the NFT beyond the arts and games, right? So that was our uh, first I would say is a point that we discussed, and we thought of introducing something that is beyond the arts and games. So if you look at the NFT use cases, uh, there could be a couple of use cases. For example, the identity verification could be one of the use case for the NFT. Let's say you hold the NFT and that is your identity, which then can be used by any third party or any other on-chain application to verify you, right? Because NFT uh, is kind of a soul-bound instrument. So it has its owner associated with it, and you can prove your ownership in the digital world. So the identity verification could be one of the use cases. The other use case would be in the DeFi world. If you have heard these word DeFi, decentralized finance, there are a lot of use cases over there. For example, sale date. So I know that most of the if you have purchased a land or purchased a home in the past, basically there is a sale date being registered in the government institutions, right? And that's a paper. Uh, it's a paper based. So what we can actually do is the land is a real world use case, but the sale date that is associated with the land can be an NFT, which has the ownership and then can be transferred to the other owners when the land is being uh, resell or sale to somebody else. Same way you can hold the credit ratings into the NFT. Voting is one of the very good features which we can have as an on the blockchain. Uh, Definitely event passes and ticketing, because if you look at the ticket, each ticket is a unique paper or a unique instrument. Now, if I have a ticket and the other guy is having ticket, both tickets could not be the same, right? Because it has a unique identity for that particular ticket. So that can be also used as an NFT, and that saves a paper a lot. So these are the different use cases being discussed. The other major use case being discussed since couple of months is the loyalty and membership program. I think a lot of guys would have used this in a Web2 world, wherein you get some rewards by using the service or by attending something or something like that. So that can be come to a blockchain world, completely decentralized world, wherein people can exchange their loyalty, exchange their membership with each other, and in a true sense, they can own the uh, own the membership or own the loyalty of that particular program, rather than a central server holding all your membership or all your loyalty rewards, right? Uh, yeah, and if you go through all these five examples, actually that's what we call the NFT IRL. IRL is nothing but in real world. So we are building something on the digital, but actually it is associated with the real world use case, and it is actually beyond the just fancy art and picture, right? So that is what, if you look at the assurance NFT, it's a similar thing. We are actually building a NFT which is associated with some parametric insurance, which in real world, if it happens, it is giving the participants or the owners of the NFT to either cash out or cover themselves, right? So uh, definitely the assurance NFT will also have some picture or art associated with it, but it just for the separation purpose, so that you can separate each assurance NFT collection with each other. So, but the real use case is actually to cover any participant or give some value addition to the to the users who are investing in the PanaDAO, right? Now, recently in past month, we as a PanaDAO team been asked to build an NFT IL solution that that is being planned to launch in the NFT LA. So NFT LA is nothing but a event happening in the Los Angeles in March 23, and it's one of kind of the event associated with the NFT, where a lot of uh, organizations associated with building the solutions around the NFT is going to come. So we are also being asked to build an solution that is associated with the real world, and we are thinking of launching it in the NFT LA. So now the question is, what about the assurance NFT then, right? Because the assurance NFT is something associated with the PanaDAO. So yeah, that's a right question. So uh, as in PanaDAO team, what we are building for the NFT LA is actually leveraging a lot of token mechanics or the tokenomics that we have built for the Pana. And actually, this is a very creative design space for us to uh, uh, experiment something on the solution which is uh, associated with the real world and the NFT. And as the assurance NFTs are also similar design, it is going to be a very, uh, I would say, the excitement or a learning curve for the PanaDAO team. So yeah, the second point is that the NFT LA solution that we are currently building is actually being supported by one of the members of the Pink Floyd band. So if you have heard this band in the US, Pink Floyd, one of the members of that band is actually associated with this solution, and he's kind enough to support us in building this. So this definitely gives us then the exciting exposure. Uh, if we are able to solve this problem in a short time, this will give us a wide wide exposure to the to the audiences we have in the NFT LA, and then we can definitely work on the assurance. Like we can streamline the work on the assurance NFTs. So yeah, as I said, the assurance NFTs are also the IRL solution. So building the NFT LA solution definitely going to help us. We'll have a lot of learnings. We are saying that we are not an expert team, but by building these NFTs LA project, we'll get a lot of learning curves. In more robust way. So yeah, a lot of excitement things coming on our plate, and we are a lot of new technologies, a lot of uh, advanced technologies in the Web3 world. We are actually implementing on the NFTs, so that we can have the proper robust solution for the assurance NFT going down the line. Yeah, more as I said, more things is going to come, and definitely we'll keep sharing with all of you in the coming months. Yeah, that's pretty much from our side. Any questions? Okay, I see one question on the Q&A channel, that is, do you think it is sustainable to use LP tokens from treasury to maintain the supply ratio? So, yeah. So, as we said in the past, we are not building a solution to accumulate something in the treasury. Like we said, there are a couple of protocols like this where the main goal of that protocol is to accumulate something into the treasury, and then uh, it's kind of building a treasury. But the solution that we are implementing in the PanaDAO is not building the treasury. Our solution for building the treasury is to use that for the people only. For to use that for the covered participants that are uh, actually looking for uh, a proper exit when there is a parametric event, right? So if there is a healthy supply ratio maintained, and if people are able to cash out during the parametric event and exit to cover their losses in particular event, I think this will be uh, it is going to be a great solution for everyone. So we are not here to build a treasury which has a lot of funds into it. We want to use that. So I think yes, to use the LP token to maintain supply ratio is a way forward. Yeah, and definitely we have a bonding mechanism. So those who want to be participate in the governing process of the PanaDAO would definitely go ahead and buy our Kershaw bonds, and we'll also earn the rebase rewards on it. So that gives us our treasury building on one side, and using that treasury for our covered participants or for the parametric event.
That also that using LP tokens to maintain supply ratio in bear market conditions actually have some a negative effect on our liquidity to some degree, but not much, as shown by our modeling we did before the launch of LRP. It's still sustainable, and we can use it without fear. So that's it.
Yeah, that's right. Can you please speak more on the tokenomics behind the insurance NFT? How will it be sustainable? What differs from the other insurance protocol? Yeah, so if you look at our Gitbook and the other Medium articles, basically the assurance NFT that we are building is uh, it's kind of people buying bonds at a particular interval. Uh, so it's kind of investment they are doing into our protocol, and then PanaDAO is using that investment to either to gain some interest on it, and when there is a parametric event occurs, a person who has bought that assurance NFT has a couple of ways to exit. So, for example, the uh, investment he has made throughout this month or the time period, if the value of the Kasha token being held in their NFT is not sufficient enough to uh, is not something equivalent to the investment he has made, then the way to exit out of that NFT would be to gain that interest that we have got from the other interest-bearing protocols, right? But what if the Kasha being held into that assurance NFT is more than what they have invested? So they can also cash out at that time. But yeah, so there is a guaranteed return on your assurance NFT, and yeah, that's how it will work. I would suggest to it's a very wide topic uh, to explain each and every points on the assurance NFT. So I would suggest to go ahead and read our Git book once again, and yeah, maybe we can refer the specific points on the Git book to your question.
Yeah, also I think we have a recording for one of previous NFT, sorry, one of previous sessions, MEI sessions run by Vitashoka. It was focused on assurance NFT, so there should be more information. And from my point of view, just in broad terms, main difference from other insurance protocol is we are focusing on parametric insurance. So it's main difference, and basically that means that as Holy Basil said, uh, returns are guaranteed, but on other hand, they are somewhat limited to what we can what we can uh, gain with our investments of accumulated funds in yield-bearing protocols. And there is no underwriting and no claims assessment, so there is no spending on such things. So yeah, that's not you can't be at loss if you invest in your pay your how it's called it Holy Basil, I forgot the word, uh, pay your premium. Uh,
Yeah.
regularly and stay with protocol till parametric event occurs. So in that case, you will receive projected payout based on treasury and your share of the treasury. So that's the main difference. It's based on parametric insurance. So we are bringing parametric insurance on blockchain.
Yeah, thanks ZX, and I think ZX made a very good point of that there is no middleman or somebody else who is actually underwriting that particular event. It is all smart contract based code, automated code. So if trigger says that this particular parametric event is liable to pay the payout to the users who have paid premium so far, uh, that's it, period. There is nobody else, nobody middleman over here by using the blockchain. So yeah,
So,
nobody else will come into you and the PanaDAO to get your returns back.
yeah, so parametric insurance is a good case for bringing model to blockchain because it could be fully decentralized uh, with all available technologies and something like Chainlink oracles for parametric events to bring them on chain. So eventually, I think it would be fully decentralizable in comparison to some standard insurance like mutual, how it's called. Didn't remember the full name.
Yeah, Nexus Mutual.
Yeah, Nexus Mutual and others. It still need to do some risk assessment and claims assessment on their contracts.
Yeah, with respect to the off-chain participants, definitely we have that target, but as of now, we have not implemented that solution. It's a post phase 4 solution. So we, as we said, the team is actually uh, having their insurance background in past, working with the tier 1 insurance protocol in the US market. So yeah, once we have the on-chain solution for the assurance NFT, the next target for the team would be to go ahead and touch base with uh, those assurance organizations or institutions who are actually working off chain, and they can link with us to get that going. But yeah, we have that in our pipeline.
Yes, that's correct. I would add that as a team, we have been working with insurance carriers in US as a part of neural metrics company, and we see some interest in crypto from those carriers. So we think to bring some integration with them, and yeah, that's a lot of technical details which we need to solve. As of now, I am not able to speak on with details on that.
Good questions. Anything else? Yeah, we have one more from C Note 180. As any other milestones past NFTLA in mind, please? No, we don't have any milestone past NFTLA. But yeah, in coming in coming couple of months, definitely we'll share. We'll keep you posted about the the other milestones. Uh, yeah, all right. If we don't have any questions so far, thank you so much everyone for being there. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask into our Q&A channel. One of our team members will definitely answer. Yeah, and
Yeah,
keep spreading the word about the PanaDAO and yeah, keep bonding. Alex,
yeah.
you wanna share something?
Yeah, I just want to thank you everyone. Thank you, Lebezel, for that session. And yeah, please share your questions or thoughts and do not wait for another email to do that. We are happy to answer your questions as soon as you posted them. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks all.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice one.